Come with me today as we take a quick highlight tour of the city of Veracruz in Mexico. Hi everybody, it's Mike Vondruska with Mike's Mexico Adventures. I'm here in the main plaza in the city of Veracruz. Before I take you on this short little tour, I want to tell you what Veracruz is not. The city of Veracruz is not set up for foreign travelers. You're not going to be able to use your foreign currency, your US dollars or whatever you have. You're going to have to transfer it over to pesos. Also, it's good to know a little bit of Spanish because hardly anybody here speaks English. They do cater to travelers from other parts of Mexico. So there are nice hotels here, there are nice restaurants here. It's just that the menus are going to be in Spanish. Everybody's going to pretty much be speaking Spanish. Even at a lot of the hotels, the receptionists at the desk, they speak Spanish. Now yes, there are a few that speak English, but I guess you have to hope that they're working on the day that you check in or have a question. Otherwise, learn some Spanish. I'm going to give you a quick panoramic view of the downtown area. This is the main plaza here. Here's the main church. And they have a permanent stage here. This is Sunday today, and on the weekends especially, they have entertainment. Usually, I believe, starts about 7 o'clock, and so they're getting set up for that. It might be dancing, it might be singing. It's pretty good, and it's free, which is very nice. And then over there, you can see those arches. That's called the Los Portales. And the Los Portales, right underneath there, are a whole mess of restaurants, one after the other, outdoor restaurants. So you can go there. In the evening, there's going to be musical entertainment here. As you can see, also a lot of people set up stalls, and so here in the main square you can shop. What a concept when you're traveling, shopping. In southern Veracruz, they grow tobacco for cigars, and so of course they sell them up here. So if you're into smoking, this is a great place to get some really good cigars, comparable to the ones you'd find in Cuba. I would suggest if you want to stay in the local downtown area, right across from the main plaza, this yellow building right here is the Grand Hotel de la Agencia. It's a very, very nice hotel, not that expensive, and this is a great place to stay. There are restaurants over there as well. And another hotel to stay at is just right across the street. This is the Hotel Veracruz. Those guys are waving to me. Looks like they're taking a break. Below you have another restaurant, which is very nice. It's a place to go have coffee or a place to go have breakfast or anytime really. This is the downtown area. You have some of the indigenous people that come from their local pueblos, and they sell things that they make by hand. Also, these guys, this is a tradition here. There are actually 2 ice cream stores called Veracruz. Yeah. And they have really good ice cream and different flavors. So it's a good place to stop, especially on a hot day, and have some ice cream. Since Veracruz is a port city, this is also the main station for their Navy. And this is one of the buildings that has offices. There are others as well. And also they have the Naval Academy here too. So everything Navy here in Veracruz. Just a block or so from the main square is what's called the Malecon. This is another walkway. And all along behind me there are a lot of different shops. They mostly sell about the same stuff. If you go across the street, this place right here are aisles and aisles of stalls where you can also see the different things that were made. gotta love the advertisement here in Veracruz. There's ski tours and he's trying to attract attention. It's interesting, I just told everybody that you're hardly going to find anybody that speaks English, and yet I did. If you're on the Malecon when you come to Veracruz City and you see all these shops, they're actually numbered with the highest numbers closer to the ocean. And I did find a gentleman who owns a shop. It's number 28, and I'd like to introduce you to him right now.
Yes. Hi, I'm Fidel. I work here in number 28. I invite you to visit us here in Veracruz City. Maybe the people doesn't speak English, but I can help you if you come to my store. It doesn't matter just if you don't buy. I can help you any questions maybe you have. Welcome to Veracruz.
All right, thanks Fidel. Let's take a look at your shop here. This is the name. It's the name of a shell. It's called Strombos Gigas. It's number 28. He's got some nice shirts, some good magnets, a lot of nice shirts. Right there. And like he said, if you have any questions while you're here, he speaks English. Probably no one else in the Holy Malecon here speaks English. Thanks, Fidel.
Ciao. Welcome to Veracruz.
Because today is Sunday, you're going to see a lot more stands, knockoff watches, and a lot of people. Families come out. This is a social thing, especially on the weekends and especially on Sunday. I bought some sunglasses here, still use them. Very cheap. If you are so inclined, you can take one of these harbor tours. It's all going to be in Spanish. In this particular one, they have 11 points of interest that you'll see. I don't know what 11 points are, but they'll tell you in Spanish. At the end of the Malecon, toward the ocean, is this hotel here. This is called the Hotel Emporio. Very nice hotel. A nice restaurant here. Good place to stay. They have big balconies. Every room has a balcony. This is more toward the end of the Malecon, the walkway. And as you can see, this huge container ship that's behind me, this is one of the places where they dock. And sometimes they're even 3 times the size of that one. That one's actually kind of a small one compared to some of them that are there. They're like several stories tall. In fact, Veracruz is the port where they export and import thousands of cars and buses and trucks. They import them from Europe, from the United States, who knows where else. And of course, there's manufacturing here in Mexico. And so they bring the cars here to put them back on those ships to take them to other countries. As you can see in the distance, there are all those cranes where the boats can dock and they can lift all those big, huge containers off of the ships. There's another one over there. And if you were to look out in the ocean at any particular day, you will see probably at least half a dozen big, huge container ships, like this one, just waiting to come into port to offload their goods. In the background there is what's called San Juan de Ulua. It's a fortress. It used to be on an island. Well, it's still on an island. They didn't move it. But now they have a causeway, so you can actually drive to it. It's been around for a long time, and you should see the walls there. They're so thick. And the interesting thing is that a lot of the material that was used to build that fort is shells from the coral reefs nearby. There's a whole string of coral reefs just outside, and now they're protected. It's a national protected underwater reserve, which is very nice if you like to go snorkeling or scuba diving. In just about any travel guide for the city of Veracruz, you're going to see this place, the Gran Café de la Parroquia. This has been around, well, it says the original tradition since 1808. It's a really big place. The waiters inside are dressed in white coats and bow ties. It's not fancy though. It's more regular food. It's not a fancy restaurant at all. And they have a tradition where they pour the cream, café con leche. Definitely you should go and check that out when you come here in the city of Veracruz. As I mentioned, the city of Veracruz is not only a port city, but also the home to the Mexican Navy. They have this very, very interesting Navy museum, a Museo Naval. You can't miss it because just like the Navy personnel wear white, the whole building is white. This is really a fun place to come. The only thing is that everything inside is in Spanish. So all the words, the descriptions are in Spanish, no English. It's only about 45 pesos, which is just a couple bucks. I would highly recommend you get a guide that speaks English and have them go with you if you are not fluent in Spanish, so that you can really understand the history and what you're seeing. There's even a whole gallery that talks about the time, actually it was 2 times, 1847 and in 1914, where the United States actually occupied and invaded Mexico through Veracruz, and they occupied the city. Just another tidbit, French did it, as well as of course the Spanish. That's why sometimes you'll hear that the city of Veracruz is called Heroica Veracruz. 4 times the citizens here had to try to fend off the United States, and then also France, who invaded, and the Spanish. France and Spain, they invaded in the earlier part of the 1800s. And so there's this obelisk, which has 4 sides, and there's a description on each side that talks about the heroism of some of the Navy personnel, which were actually just cadets, who tried heroically to defend the city and were killed. So inside the Navy Museum, like I said, there's a gallery that has information and photographs and that about the invasion from the United States. The last stop on this quick walking tour of the city of Veracruz is this fort. It's called El Baluarte. And actually, if you can picture, the city of Veracruz for some time had a wall all the way around it. And strategically placed along the wall were several forts like this one. At the time, this fort with those cannons faced the ocean. And so this was protecting from enemy ships and pirates from the ocean. Now the interesting thing is we're several blocks from the ocean, and so everything you're seeing right now is landfill. But at one time, where the taxi is going by, that was the ocean, right there. You can also see that it's under renovation right now. That's why you see the wood fence. They're fixing it up, they're cleaning it, so right now it's temporarily closed. But it's a great place to see. You can also go to the very top there, and you get a nice panoramic view of the city. That wraps up this quick tour of the city of Veracruz. If you have questions, give me a holler. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, we have tours, set tours. We have day tours, and we have multi-day tours here in Veracruz. As I said, I've been coming here for quite a few years. I really know this state forward and backwards, and I've got some great bilingual guides. If you want a guided tour, I'm the guy to go to. I'll link that information below. And thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you here in Veracruz, Mexico. Just right next to the Gran Café de la Parroquia restaurant is this little store that has these beautiful fans. Some of them were hand-painted in Spain, and some were hand-painted here in Veracruz. Here's some bigger ones.